In the news update for Saturday, November the 21st, 2018. I want to say, actually, it's going to be July, not November. So anyway, let's get some of the news out here today. Let's talk about this stuff a little bit. Well, we are outside, as you can see, and this is kind of what the field looks like in the back of my place. So if you look over here, see, you can see the mulch bed there. And you can see right there. You can see the mulch out there. It's pretty, isn't it? Yeah. Well, anyway, that's what my place looks like. But I want to just give you back what it looks like in the backyard. But I wanted to tell you that it's really some crazy stuff that took place this week, wasn't it? Well, we know that Whoopi Goldberg on The View, Goldberg had a Trump Centrum breakdown on TV. Now, the funny thing is, she went around saying that she doesn't have Trump syndrome, but then she's sitting there cursing at somebody and telling them to get off the effing set. You know, use the big word there. And just kind of, just was real hateful and really mean to one of the people that was on there. And she's sitting there saying she doesn't have Trump syndrome, but she does. She's about as crazy as they come. And what we've seen on The View is like what we see with a lot of these snowflakes or disturbed people that we see in the young people at college, universities, and campuses where they're being inbred with all this stuff. And I never heard of a no-binary. What is all that about? No-binary? You mean like if you wear a shirt or a hat that says "Let's make America great" or "Vote for Trump," you might get a shimmy down in the parking lot where you go shopping or anywhere if there is an anti-Trump supporter and Hillary evader. You may get beaten up or called names or spit on, or you might have stuff confiscated from you. You might be cursed at, spit in the face. You may be harassed unfairly, unequally, because of your beliefs. And the thing is, what really bothers me is that we're Americans and we should have our own freedom, and it doesn't matter what people like or dislike. That's what makes us a society. It doesn't matter what I think if I'm a Trump supporter or whether I was a Hillary supporter or a Hillary hater. Or if I was a Clinton supporter or a Clinton hater or whatever. That stuff shouldn't matter because that's your opinion and that's what you want, and that's not my decision to make you or sway you to be something that you're not or to make you into something that you're not. So that's something that we need to really look at, because freedom of speech covers all aspects of life. And and I think we need to really take a stand firmly on our freedoms, because if we go after one, they're going to go after all the others. I mean, it's always been the progression as we see throughout history. And it's funny how conservative media, it's just like we said, censorship is on the rise. So the censorship is on the rise. So if censorship is, since it is like that, then we probably are going to probably see a lot more censorship going on with everybody out here in the independent media. And even if you have a conservative view, it doesn't matter. They're going to take you off. They're going to shadow ban you or do whatever they can so most people won't see you. I've noticed my views have gone down significantly. I put stuff out on a number of platforms, and I've noticed my viewership go down. And this is all in effect in the last couple of months. So I don't know what it is, but it might have something to do with censorship. I mean, because I send it out on the news feeds, and a lot of y'all say some of y'all aren't getting my feeds. When they go out, you should automatically get them in your inbox or in your notification area on your device. And if they're not going out, check your settings with YouTube or Facebook, and make sure you enable my notifications, so when it hits your news feed or Pinterest or whatever it's on, or Twitter, whatever it's on, you can go ahead and that way you can get the links, and that way you can see my news podcast as they do hit. Um, but like I said, a lot of things are going on. I mean, we got New Jersey or New York is thinking about taxing the water that comes out of your tap. No, I wasn't saying out the river, but out of your tap, they want to put a tax on the water that you already pay for. Now that country is going to hell or going bonkers when you hear them saying stuff like this, because that is really devilish. You already pay for sewage and water everywhere. Why would you even put a tax on top of that when you're already paying taxes when you have it all anyway? But see, this is what New York is thinking about doing to its citizens up there, and New Jersey possibly too. Things are taking a hit for the worse when you see things or hear things like that. Now, like I said, it is a proposed idea in that area of the United States, and we don't know if it's going to hit. But all I know is that I wanted to touch on the fire situations out west. The situation out there is really impressive and really oppressive too, because we've never seen so many fires in over 8 states in the United States like these fires we are seeing out west of our country. I mean, it's unbelievable to see so many fires. And some of these fires I do believe were caused by arsonists. And most of them are natural fires that do occur. But a lot of them, majority of them are natural, but some of them may have been set by arsonists. There are some investigations going on in some states right now as to finding out who the saboteurs are, who caused the fires. Also, severe weather up and down the East Coast. We have severe warnings for North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia tonight, and even in the northeastern of Florida. And there may also be some showers and thunderstorms heading towards Virginia too, coming up tonight into tomorrow. It's going to be a rather unsettled weather alert day for tomorrow and into Monday for the northeast of the United States. And we're talking about 30-some million people that may be impacted, up to that amount of people at one time with these severe weather outbreaks. So it's unusual to see a storm that's really much like something you would see during the spring or an early fall in the middle of summer. But that's what we're seeing, folks, a pattern that you would see most commonly that would be really set up like we're seeing right now. It's something you see in the springtime or fall. But in the summer to see it, it's very unusual. A stronger than most really strong cold front, powerful cold front, way more strong than what it should be coming through the area, which is going to help kick off some thunderstorms in the early morning to pre-dawn to even early morning hours of Sunday morning into the afternoon. Now, these thunderstorms will be more widely spread, and some could be on the strong or severe side tomorrow and to Monday. So be aware of that, up even in Virginia, and pay attention to all news and or weather outlets. Please keep it on Love FM where you receive us, and we'll keep you up to date ahead of the storm. We'll keep you abreast of all the developments going on. And, of course, and hopefully y'all can stay safe. And make sure you bring in all your furniture that is light outside so it doesn't become a projectile or does not fly away. Tornadoes possibly could be with these storms, but most of these storms will mostly be a threat, would be winds and small hail, and possibly heavy rains. Some flooding, urban flooding could happen in some areas. So be aware of that. We've already had over an inch of rain, and possibly 5 inches of rain may come out in some areas or more in some areas. So be aware of that when you're traveling, when you're going someplace, okay? And keep that in mind. Well, we went to a church, me and my mother, and we are in RC, which is Celebrate Recovery for short. And we had a good time. I'm already in book number 2, studying to become to become a. Listen to that. You hear that? Listen. Hear the frogs. I think they're competing with me. Listen. You hear that? And they're all trying to get the rain to start. Those are what you call rain frogs. And what they'll do is they'll yellow like that to try to see if they can get more rain, and they'll do that until it starts raining. So that's what that is right there. But anyway, that's pretty amazing how they just started up like that. But anyway, like I said, it's just, but really, we had a good time last night at the church where we were at. It was a wonderful celebration. My mother did receive a year chip being at RC in a year at the other church where she goes to. And that was just so wonderful. She got a metal chip for that, and that's just amazing. And she's been there for a year. And I'm enjoying it. I love the people at both churches. I think it's a wonderful church. I hear developments that somebody gave their life to the Lord. There I heard that somebody gave a testimony or gave a lesson on inventory at the other church where we were at last night, but it was last week. I wasn't there, unfortunately, but they gave and did a wonderful job, I heard. And I think they have a future in doing more lessons like that. And I think they should continue to lead in that way. But I wanted to tell you stuff about New Hunter Church of Christ. We are going to have a sermon tomorrow online. And if you're interested, you can, once it goes up, you can actually watch it. And please share it with your friends far and wide. And please donate and make a love offering to us, because we need donations, because we're non-profited. The Church of Christ, New Hunter Church of Christ, is a non-profited 503c organization online. We are looking to get land here soon to have a physical space to meet. Now, I don't know if it will be at the apartment complex where I'm at. It may be, possibly. I have to talk to the landlord and work all that out. But then again, it could be somewhere off base or off site. But we are going to do this. That's the next step in the equation. It's like everything takes gradual steps, as they say, as it does in recovery and RC, and as it does in real life. Everything has steps that come along with it. So be aware of that. But like I said, I had a good time with my mother, and we went to the store and got our groceries today, and we came back. She dropped me off here, and here where I'm at, and it was wonderful. And it's really nice to get to see my mother almost every weekend. I enjoy that, spending time with her over at her location, and I enjoy really getting to see the people at the churches there at RC where we go, the two different churches where we go. And I just hope to see you all next week, and I will see you all. I won't be at the other church on Thursday night, but I will be at the other one on Friday. So just to let you know, keep a heads up, I will be there for class, and we will have our lesson, and we'll be in there sharing together in our walk towards recovery and book 2. So make sure you're there for that. And we could always use some new people to come to that church too. It's always good to come to RC. If you Celebrate Recovery for short, RC is what I call it. Celebrate Recovery is what it's called. If you're not sure where to go, like I should have said to the guy who's in Japan, the soldier I met, I won't give his name and all because that's personal, but I think he's a wonderful guy, but I think he needs to get with a group that's located off base where he's at. And I think that would be good for everybody. You should look on celebraterecovery.com, I think, or is it .org? No, it's .org. And make sure you find out where you are. I guess you can put in your town, and they just populate there. Or you can put in your zip code, I think. You can do either or country code, because they're worldwide. They have these Celebrate Recovery groups meeting everywhere in churches and other buildings all around the world, not just here in the United States. But, you can find out where one is on base or off base where you're at. And maybe, and then later on when you get finished with the course, you can actually start your own group there on the base, because that'd be good to help soldiers there. But first you got to go through the program. But once you're finished, you can actually do that there and have a Celebrate Recovery chapter there on base right there where you serve and where you live and where you are. And that would be a wonderful thing to do. And of course, it's a blessing, to go to a group like that, to share with other men, and to be able to show and see the work in other men in their lives where they actually are recovering and actually are overcoming and becoming a better example as a person as a result of that. And that is just a wonderful thing to see as it unfolds in the person's life. And that's what Celebrate Recovery is really about. And, like I've always said in past videos, Celebrate Recovery is to help you as a support group after your counseling ends or your treatment or therapy ends, and you go to Celebrate Recovery. Um, Our Broken Chains Celebrate Recovery, which is for motorcycles, but the Celebrate Recovery is the one what people that don't have motorcycles go to. But if you've got a motorcycle, it's Broken Chains Celebrate Recovery. So it's the same thing. It's just one for motorcycles and one for not. But if you don't have a motorcycle and you're there with other people that have motorcycles, it's fine. You're welcome to attend there too as well. You won't feel outnumbered or neglected because everybody's welcome wherever you come. You come to the regular Celebrate Recovery or the motorcycle one, Broken Chains Celebrate Recovery, you're fine. But this is Michael DeSilvis. I hope this helps you, and I hope when you get done with your treatment, you go to here as a support group to help continue on your path and on your road to recovery after, so you do not relapse. Remember, they're here to help you with hang-ups and to help you with denials and help you deal with the reality issues at hand, so you can be a victor over it and overcome it through the power of the Lord Jesus Christ. Because really, that's essentially how we truly overcome things. Remember, we can't fix people no more than I can, and you can't fix people no more than anyone can. The only one that can fix somebody is the person that has the problem themselves. They can only fix themselves. And if they want to be fixed, you can give them the tools to do that. That's general rule in counseling or psychology. But nobody really can fix truly anyone. I don't care how much degrees you have, how much PhDs you have, because it doesn't work that way. A person must be fixed. If they want to be fixed, they need to fix within themselves. And how they do this by accepting the will to get the help or treatment that they need. And that's how a person truly gets fixed, and how they stay recovered, and how they stay on the road in the right path. This is Michael DeSilvis in the news update. Well, more updates coming up on Love FM. If you don't hear us beyond YouTube, you can listen to us on Love FM, where you can pick us up in North Carolina and Virginia. Keep it right here on Love FM and YouTube. It's Michael DeSilvis in the newsroom. Take care.